Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a tutorial for Deadites from Evil Dead. And what I like about this is that every Deadite kind of looks different, so I have a lot of creative freedom here. And I've been looking through a few different, versions or whatever, and the one that I really just love is actually Ash's Deadite form, where he's got like that sunken in thing. Not all the Deadites have that. Some of them just look like old or gross or dead. So I'm going to be doing kind of my own take and version of that, or just like basing it off of that sunken in thing. So, that being said, there are a lot of things that I think I'll be using, and I don't even know where to begin. Like, I think it's just gonna be trial and error. I didn't run through this at all, but I have a pretty good idea of like how I can do it. A few things that I definitely know I will be needing or using are some putty. This is like the Scar putty, and I know that I did the make your own, but that's just like I found it in the Halloween store for like $4, so I was like, okay, why not? Liquid latex, definitely like to build, because in those movies they have the prosthetics and I do not, so mainly we're going to be building. And I'll explain everything and I'll show it, like I'll put up what I'm doing. So, let's get into it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this cotton and liquid latex that to my face. Like I said, we're trying to build here and trying to make that like hollowed in there. I'm going to go ahead and put it right over my eyebrow. And I don't, Deadites, at least this Deadite doesn't have eyebrows, so we will be covering them up. But just put it right over like that. And go all the way around. Alright, so now you do it on both sides, and, mine isn't exactly even, but it doesn't really have to be, like, it just has to have the same portion. So as you can see, I built it all up, and I'm going to go over it again with more liquid latex, and then toilet paper. Then I'm going to go a second layer of liquid latex, because I want it to be smooth. Like, I don't want the cotton, I just wanted that, like, layer, that building block. And then we're going to take the putty, but I'll show you each step. Alright, now I'm going to take liquid latex and just smooth it out to make it more flush with the skin, so that it doesn't look janked up like this. Alright, so what I did was I just kept going over it and layering, but that would be boring to show until it was pretty hard and much smoother than like the cotton. So the next step is I took my putty, and if I can grab my putty, and I rolled it into little slivers. I'm going to take spirit gum, and I'm going to put them right there so that I can blend this out even more to make this look like it grew out of me, not that I added it. After that, and I'm going to take my spatula and, what is the word I am looking for? Blend it out, smooth it out, one of those. Pick whichever one you want. Okay, well, I thought I was using my spirit gum, but it is welded shut. So I'm just gonna have to hope for the best, and I'm sure it'll be fine because both the putty and the liquid latex are kind of sticky. I was just doing that for like extra help, but we'll see. Okay, so as you can see, that really helps blend that and make it look, dare I say, natural. So just follow along the edges on this side, not this side, just the outer edges, and do the same thing so that it looks flush with your skin. And do this slow and gently when you're going in. Don't heavy hand this. It's time consuming, but it's better in the long run. Just gently drag it. Do not heavy hand this. Okay guys, so you should have something that looks like this. So now we are going to go in with more liquid latex over the whole thing to seal it. And then we're going to make a special foundation and really start the makeup part. Okay, so as you can see, we went around with that, and now we're going to make a special foundation because Deadites are like, you know, they're dead, so they don't have all this color. So once we do that, that'll also make everything more uniform, but as you can see, the putty really helped bring it together. So I'm going to be doing like a grayish, purpley blue skin tone, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some eyeshadows and mix them with a foundation. You can do any shade you want that you feel like, so let's get into it. Alright, so these are the eyeshadows, and I'm going to be taking a little from here, here, maybe here and here. I'm really going to stay in this range, and then I'm just going to use my normal foundation. So just do that, and then I'll meet you back here. Alright, so after a lot of mixing and just adding and seeing what I liked, I got this like greenish grayish color, and as you can see, you know, this is going to be exposed or whatever, so I needed a good amount, and I'm just going to do it all over myself. Okay? All over. Except don't go in here. Don't do that. But all this, go ham. Alright, so now we're pretty dead looking. I'm going to go and I'm going to take my finger. I'm just going to take a few spots and put some liquid latex that we can turn into like wounds, and then hit those with the same foundation. And deadites are gross. Like, they're not hot. They have shit hanging from them all around. So go ham. Again. Okay guys, I had to take a puke break because I think I accidentally ingested the liquid latex, so don't do that because I'm still like feeling. But it's a learning experience, so, you know, I don't know where my sponge went, but I'm just going to take one of the liquid latex ones and just go over the wound flaps, whatever wounds you did. I did some neck stuff, some mouth stuff. And again, we're going to go in and shade and stuff, but just kind of get it a little something something going. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in the eye. So most people just go black, but that's really kind of cartoony and Halloween-y. Really, it'd be like a shadow. So you're going to use dark greens, dark blues, grays. You will use black, but you know, you're not going to black out. We are not going to black out the whole thing. So, and again, use common sense with shading. It's going to be much darker up here and in here to create that depth. And then it, you know, it'll still be dark, but it gets lighter as it goes to the middle. So, let's begin. So I'm going to go in with this like navy blue, and I'm just going to go all the way because, again, everything I do is about layers. But the blue is dark enough but yet light enough that I think it's going to be the perfect base to do this. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so I did the blue, and I don't know if you can see, but I got liquid latex in here, and honestly I actually love what it's doing because it's just adding more depth of like gross and gore and gross. So, you know, if you get some in there, you don't have to like be neat, you can leave it. And also, when I was doing my shadow, I gently kind of pulled this up a bit to create more depth, but see, like just a little bit, just a little tiny bit. And if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but I think it added a little something something because it's just more realistic. So now I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in with some black for these edges, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing with the rest of it. Alright, so I did the black around the edges, and really try and stay like in, because that makes the look better. I had a bit of fallout over here, but the way that it fell, it kind of like looks like cracking skin or whatever, so it works. I thought about like trying to cover it, but honestly it might make that way worse, so I'm just gonna leave it and like roll with it. So now I'm gonna put like a purple in here, a few different, like a light and a dark, and you still want it dark, but you want to create that depth so that when you move, you know, it looks real. I don't know. I don't know what other words to use. I'm not, I don't have a lot of variety with them, but you want gross and real. That's what we're going for here. Okay. My blanket doesn't want to stay, so I'm not going to fight with it. So that's the eye, and then afterwards you're going to use eyeliner and mascara. But while we're still on shadowing, we're going to shadow in whatever wounds you've created and just kind of give a little more depth. Also, after you do your wounds, you're going to want to make a little bit, like where you see the divot, you're going to want to go in and kind of create a shadow and bring it out to add, again, more depth, but to show where it's popping at. Alright, so I've done some shading. Now onto the lips. And most Deadites have really dark lips. So I'm going to use black. And I'm going to carefully dab it on. It's not like lipstick where you smear. This is all dabbing. And you can go out of the lines. You know, just kind of darken it up. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do, and I'm sorry, like, that liquid latex thing really took it out of me. Like, I've ran to the bathroom 3 times. I'm sorry if I'm low energy, but there's no way I was going to redo all this after. So I'm going to just push through. So in my experience, Deadites are not really super bloody. They have a little bit of blood. So I'll probably apply a little bit. And then something I did notice is they like to, like, spit out gross shit. And it's normally, like, green or yellow or brown or black. So I'm just going to take some chocolate syrup. And afterwards, I'm just going to, like, put it in my mouth and bleh it out. Because it's chocolate syrup. So it's not going to taste gross, but it's going to look gross. So let's dab some blood on us. And actually, hold on. I spent so much time, this one gets, you know, what little theatrical blood I have left. I ain't cheaping out. So I'm going to put that bit on there. And theatrical blood is much thicker. A little bit of blood there. Definitely get in there. Like I said, they're not really overly bloody, but I'll put a little bit because it's fun. Because it's fun. Get those, like, skin flaps. And then I'm just going to take, like, some of this. Actually, I don't really have enough to do what I want to do with that, but just take the shit one. And just kind of squeeze it. And that is it, guys. That is my Deadite look. So now I'll do my fun little posy pose thing. And most Deadites have all white eyes. I will, like, go in and digitally do that. I looked to buy contacts for like 4 hours last night, and most sites, like, were dead sites. Amazon doesn't have them. I found this one called Pink Paradise, and then after everything, it was like, we need your prescription, and I was like, bitch, I don't even want this prescription. I just want these contacts. So whatever, I'm not gonna, like, struggle with it too much, but so I will see you tomorrow or whenever. I don't know. I'm trying this new thing, but I hope you like this. And if you want to be a Deadite or a zombie, I don't know. I watched Evil Dead 2 the other night, so I was feeling real inspired. But I hope it helps, and stay spooky. Bye.